Gea in goal with Wan-Bissaka and Malaysia the full-backs, Varane and Shaw in centre-half. Casemiro and Eriksen holding midfield with Antony, Bruno Fernandes and Rashford, an attacking three behind Martial. Manchester United have got us underway. The ball is played back to Varane. And it's a 1-2 with Shaw. So now Eriksen just drops it back to Luke Shaw once again. 1-2 with Casemiro. And it looks like Luke Shaw's going to be playing centre-half alongside Varane this evening, with Malaysia on the left of the back four. Played out on to the right-hand side here with Antony. Gets it forward for Martial. Couldn't quite turn his man, and Forest, as soon as they get the ball, hoof it away straight away. And it's all the way into the Manchester United box, and with David De Gea. So let's have a look then, while Man United roll it along the back four, at the lineup for the visitors, Nottingham Forest. Hennessy in goal. It's a 4-3-3 with Aurier and Lodi the fullbacks. Worrell and Bowley are the centre-half pairing. Yates, Freuler and Mangala are the midfield three, with Johnson and Awoniyi either side of Jesse Lingard. Although, having seen that on the team sheet, I would also expect Lingard to be further out wide, and Awoniyi would be the main focal point through the middle. But we shall see in the opening stages. Forest have managed to get the ball up into the left corner, but nothing coming from there. They've managed to win the ball back, though, and they've got advantage now, in fact, because there's a foul there just as Lodi was trying to turn his man and come in field, and they've taken the advantage, Forest. Nothing coming from it immediately. Here's Jesse Lingard, around 30 yards from goal, plays it down the right-hand side of the box. There's a run and a shout for the ball there from Johnson. The ball was attempted to be played through to him by Yates, but it bounced straight back to him. And here is Yates still, tries to play it down the wing. That's a good block there from Rashford, but he does eventually find his target in Johnson on the right. The cross is blocked at the near side of the box. Comes out now central, midway through the United half. The ball is then played back to Bowley, who turns the ball back to Hennessy, and Forest can now reset and go again. Goalkeeper hits it to the right-hand side. It's headed on well by Johnson. Didn't reach its intended target. The two teams tussling for possession here. Man United finally get a foothold on the ball. It's played back to Varane, and now Manchester United have a chance to hit the reset button and go at their pace. It's 1-2 with Wan-Bissaka. Varane then looks to dink this one out, and he does so beautifully, weighted to the left-hand side. Ball played through to Bruno Fernandes, who's made the run. He's trying to get round Worrell, and he's just about done so. Worrell just gets a foot in there at the last second to get the ball away. Turns it out to Johnson on the wing. Flicked on, but given away to Casemiro. 1-2 with Eriksen. Drops left to Shaw. Shaw down the line to Malaysia. Back now to Eriksen. This is in the Nottingham Forest half. Midway through the half, on the touchline is Rashford. Tries to play it into Martial. It's a 1-2, and the ball's now found its way across to Wan-Bissaka on the far side of the box. Tries to play it in low. It's blocked and comes out to Awoniyi for Forest. That's a brilliant run. He's taken two Manchester United players out, and now he'll try and hit the ball down the left, and yet they nearly just loses out. Incredible pace there from the Forest man. And Varane got there just in the nick of time to turn it back to De Gea. What a surging run that was there by the Forest striker. Manchester United now with the ball again defensively. It's a 1-2 with Casemiro back to Shaw. Plays it through the middle. And it's to the feet of Malaysia, who then goes out to the left-hand side, where he's supposed to be playing, of course. Luke Shaw is there, filling in for him. And again, Manchester United go backwards to go forward. It's now in the centre circle with Varane. Again, a beautiful chip ball, right-footed to the left-hand side. Cross comes in from the left, it's blocked. Rashford might try and recycle this, but can't get there. And Yates gets the ball away here for Forest. And as far as Johnson, though, midway through the half, and he gives it away. Early ball in from United, slide block away by Yates. It's now with Aurier. Tries to feed it down the line for Johnson. He's challenged from behind. The ball goes out of play for a throw-in. And I think it's gone Forest's way. There's certainly no appeals. It does indeed gone Manchester United's way. It's thrown back into Varane in the centre circle. He plays it out to the right-hand side for Wan-Bissaka. It's a 1-2 between him and Eriksen. It's now back in the centre circle once again. Here's Anthony. He's found Ericsson, who's made the run into the box, drops it to the right for Wan-Bissaka. It's a first touch ball, lofted across the box, chested down by Rashford, takes a touch, goes away from goal, turns, shoots, blocked. It might land here for... Oh, it has it, it's a shot just wide. It landed for Malaysia, who decided to go for goal. I think Hennessy might have got a touch on that, turning it around the post. But why not from that distance? Anthony with a clever ball to Ericsson in the box, drops it, first touch for Wan-Bissaka. Rashford tries to make space, eventually his shot is blocked, it bounces lovely just in front of Malaysia, lets it bounce again, and in fact, watching it back, Hennessy saves it with his legs. It bounces then off the post and is hoofed out of play and behind by Yates. It's his first appearance for Nottingham Forest, Wayne Hennessy. Henderson, of course, not in the squad today as per the parent club loan rules. He made some impressive saves in the World Cup for Wales, though. Johnson's just down here after a collision with Luke Shaw. In fact, just watching it back, and yeah, it's one of those where if you're of the male persuasion and you've played football before, it's hit you in that area as he's gone to block the ball, and he's took one right there, shall we say. So he just needs a breather, and no one can begrudge him that. We are now back underway though, and it's Manchester United in possession after the drop ball. 6.5 minutes played at Old Trafford. Here's Varane, who's walked into the centre circle, then threads it through looking for Rashford. The defender gets in the way and it rolls through them all, and for a minute Wan-Bissaka thought he'd won the lottery, but it rolled all the way to Hennessy. It's hoofed up and headed away by Luke Shaw. On the halfway line here come Forest, played to the right hand side, then played back to Yates. Yates looks to feed it into the middle and does. That's a lovely turn. I think he's won a free kick there and has. Mangala was the man who received the pass, and just shy of the centre spot, he took a lovely two-touch around Bruno Fernandes, and his quick feet were too quick for the Portuguese midfielder, and he won himself a free kick. Free kick is played backwards though for Forest, who look to retain possession. It's back to Hennessy, who then hits it long looking for Lingard. It's headed away by Shaw, picked up by Malaysia, plays it infield to Casemiro. Casemiro's chipped it back to Shaw, who's now back in the United box, plays it forward to Casemiro midway through the United half, drops it to the right hand side. It goes 7 or 8 feet to Raphael Varane, who's edging his way towards the halfway line, stops, turns left and drops it to Luke Shaw, right on the edge of the centre circle. Shaw in a 1-2 with Ericsson, who's come back to help. It's across now to Varane. Varane goes past the halfway line, just to the right of the centre circle, goes to his left, then plays the ball to his right. It's Wan-Bissaka, first touch ball through to Anthony. Didn't need to do that first touch, and Anthony wasn't quite prepared to receive that, but it has bounced in the end off a Forest player and out for a United throw-in. Throw-in's taken back to Varane, just inside the United half, plays it into Luke Shaw in the centre circle. He takes a touch and leaves it for Christian Eriksen to run into. He plays it forward looking for Martial, and it's intercepted on its way through. Forest now in possession. It's a 1-2 between Mangala and Bowley. It's a great run through past the halfway line, then tries to whip a ball forward looking for Johnson, but it's got too much pace on it for the Forest man, and it goes behind in the end for a goal kick to Manchester United. 9 minutes gone at Old Trafford. It's Manchester United 0, Nottingham Forest 0. Long ball forward from the United defence, chested down by Yates. He's just left the ball for Aurier, but in truth Rashford was closer to it, but Aurier slides down and gets the ball away. United head away the clearance to the left hand side. So 1-2 with Malaysia and Bruno Fernandes, who then plays it back to Luke Shaw, across to his centre half partner Raphael Varane. He plays it to the right hand side for Wan-Bissaka, who's got plenty of space, comes into the Forest half, plays it down the line to Anthony. Anthony comes back and plays a lovely ball infield. It was Ericsson who received it. It was a poor touch from him and the ball has gone, but they've managed to pick it back up again. Another poor ball from Anthony. This one's picked up by Aurier, and now there's a great chance here for a counter-attack for Forest. It's played through the middle. Brennan Johnson looks to play it to the left hand side, looking for a 1-2. It's a little bit too short, that ball, and it's snuffed out by the head of Rafael Varane, and United now back in possession. 10 minutes gone at Old Trafford, 0-0. Eriksen looks forward, decides in the end to play it safe. Drops it back to Rafael Varane, plays it out to Wan-Bissaka, who's got even more space this time. Plays a 1-2 with Bruno Fernandes. Not a good return ball, and it's hooked away by Lodi. And now Forest again in possession, look to go down the left hand side. They've won themselves a throw in just in front of the away dugout. It was Awoniyi, the man who tried to whip that one down the line. It was blocked out of play by Anthony. Bowley comes forward to take the throw in. Plays it short to Freuler. It's a 1-2. Bowley then hooks it across to the far side of the pitch. Plenty of space here for Forest. It's Aurier, goes into the United half. Threads a lovely ball through for Lingard. Lingard drops it, first touch to the right hand side for Johnson. Johnson twisted and turning to try and get around Malaysia. Plays it down the line back to Aurier. Aurier goes all the way back to Worrell, who's come forward for Forest. Now in the centre circle with Bowley. So 1-2 with Awoniyi. Bowley now to the left hand side. It's Lodi. Oh, that's a beautiful ball through. It's overhit though and goes through to David De Gea, but that was a really clever spot. Just curled it around two red shirts to see the oncoming Lingard arriving on the edge of the box, but it's just a little bit overhit. Against his former club, of course, Jesse Lingard. Here's Bruno Fernandes, tries to thread one through to the left hand side, but again it's poorly placed, and Aurier will just shield the ball and wait for it to go out for a throw in, and does. Then throws it down for Worrell. Worrell goes across to Bowley. Forward to Freuler. Here's Lodi. That's played through to Awoniyi. He tries to thread that down the left hand side, looking for Lingard, but he can't quite get it through. It's blocked and cleared away. The clearance is headed back down there by Forest, who are in possession on the left hand side. It's now with Lingard, just shy of the halfway line. Plays it infield. It's Lodi, I think, with the ball. Plays it to the right hand side. Now Aurier comes forward. Here's Yates. Yates has got round his man, gets to the edge of the box, really deep on the touchline, looks to play it in, and it's a slide block to put it behind for a corner. It's their first corner of the match, Forest. I have to say, so far, the difference between the two sides, well, it's not a lot, is that Manchester United have been given a little bit too much respect, way too much space out wide. Forest not closing down in those wide areas. On the other hand, Manchester United have been quick to snuff it out when they've got into those attacking areas, Forest. Corner comes in, it's towards the near post, it's headed away comfortably by United. There's a chance here for Eriksen to spearhead a counter-attack. Here he comes towards the halfway line, still going here. Waits for teammates to arrive, then plays it to the right-hand side to absolutely nobody. That's a really, really poor... He's actually gone away from goal and closer towards the halfway line. Nonetheless, Manchester United still in possession. Everybody in the Forest half here. Malaysia looks to whip one to the right hand side and does. It's a lovely ball. It's found Marcus Rashford, who's seen the run of Wan-Bissaka, plays him in. Wan-Bissaka in low, cleared away. Good slide challenge in the middle, and it's out for a United throw in on the far side. It was the captain, Worrell, I think it is, with the slide. He got there just in the nick of time. Wan-Bissaka with the throw in. Bruno Fernandes chests it down. So 1-2, back to Fernandes. Casemiro's now fed in, plays it across to Eriksen. Eriksen slips it into Shaw, who looks to try and backheel it to Malaysia out wide. It would have been away, but it's picked up by United. Good slide challenge there, though, in the middle by Casemiro to win the ball back for Man United. Bruno Fernandes plays it to the right-hand side. Wan-Bissaka, another good slide challenge there. And this time it's Lodi. Gets the ball away for Forest. United still in possession though, on the edge of the attacking third. It comes across to Eriksen, 30 yards out, decides whether to shoot or not, takes another touch, shoots, blocked at source. Picked up by Luke Shaw, still in the Forest half. On the left-hand side, Luke Shaw, being held off by Jesse Lingard, looks to chip it in for Bruno Fernandes. That's blocked comfortably by Bowley. And now Forest in possession, but United putting the pressure on deep up the pitch. And force them back to the goalkeeper, Wayne Hennessy. and he can only hit it out for a throw-in midway through the Forest half. 15 minutes gone. Goalless it remains at Old Trafford. Manchester United on the left-hand side. Marcus Rashford looking to try and make some space here and get the ball in. There's a slide challenge blocked. He tried to run into the box, and Aurier puts the ball behind for a United corner. Corner comes in and it's hit away by the first man. That's a poor corner. The clearance is headed back into the Forest box and again overhit straight to the goalkeeper. Hennessy hits it past the halfway. That's a great ball to find Jesse Lingard past the halfway line on the left hand side. Awombi comes in for support, tries to get round Bruno Fernandes, who slides down and puts the ball out for a Forest throw-in. Jesse Lingard's run back to offer the short option. Lodi has the ball in hand, but it's in no rush to take this. Eventually looks to throw it forward towards the box for Awombi, but it's headed away. And now Manchester United in possession. Down the left hand side Malaysia goes, looks to try and dink it forward, but it's hit a Forest man, and now Forest are back in possession. Here's Aurier, 1-2 with Lingard. Drop back to Worrell. Aurier and Worrell in a 1-2. Worrell's being closed down here, drops it to Aurier on the touchline. He then goes back down his line with a teammate in support. It's then hooked down the right hand side, looking to try and release somebody, anybody in a yellow shirt, but it's overhit, and De Gea will pick this one up for Manchester United. Rolled out to Raphael Varane. Strides forward, gets to the edge of the centre circle, then drops it back to play it safe to Luke Shaw. Shaw forward to Casemiro. 1-2 back to Shaw. Now Malaysia, who's just past the centre circle. Dinked out to the right hand side for Wan-Bissaka. Been held off by Awombi. Plays it back instead to Varane. Varane forward to Casemiro. First touch ball out to the right hand side for Wan-Bissaka. Back to Casemiro. Another first touch ball, this time for Anthony, who looks to try and curl it round the Forest man and release his teammate. It's taken a deflection though, and will be a Manchester United corner. Corner comes in low. It's a really well worked routine and it's in the back of the net, and it's Marcus Rashford continuing his red hot streak, who gets the opening goal at Old Trafford this evening. Manchester United 1, Nottingham Forest 0. What a lovely corner routine this is, and it's so simple. He's just been picked out. He's on the far side of the box, but this is well worked. They've done this on the training ground. It's hit in low towards the penalty spot, and he runs to meet it and hits it first touch past the goalkeeper. Eriksson delivers. Rashford has the space he's made for himself and just sweeps it in. First touch, right footed, and just glances it across goal into the far side. It curls away from the goalkeeper and into the back of the net. You could argue the Forest defence are a little bit static, but that is a training ground routine, and it's paid off here for Manchester United. So 20 minutes gone. United 1, Forest 0. That goal was just in the 19th minute. We are now back underway. Forest play it back to the goalkeeper and then hoof it forward, and it's picked up by Luke Shaw. He plays it into Varane. Varane's right in the middle of the United half here, twisting and turning his run, trying to put off Jesse Lingard, who's trying to close him down. Plays it safe to Shaw. Shaw plays a 1-2-3 with Casemiro. Now back to Varane again. Varane this time with a long ball out to the right for Fernandes. First touch passes back to Wan-Bissaka into the centre circle with Malaysia. Goes left to Luke Shaw. Shaw's then found Rashford on the wing. Rashford with a lovely ball forward for Martial, who's taken the touchdown. Trying to spin round his man, still slips, tries to get back onto his feet. And in the end, Forest do get the ball back and try and clear it down the right hand side, and Martial can only block it out for a throw in. Throw in goes down the line, and it's picked up brilliant by Awoniyi here. And still Awoniyi goes with all that power and pace, and he's a great slide challenge on the edge of the box for United, and the ball is away. Chipped, oh, that's a beautiful chip down the left hand side. Rashford's picked it up, the flag stays down for now. Rashford cuts behind his defender, plays it across to Martial, first and shot, goal! Hennessy got a touch on it but couldn't keep it out, and it's 2-0 to Manchester United. And what a counter-attack this is. VAR will check, of course, and I think he was onside, Rashford. But they will, of course, check in case there's any doubt. And just shy of the halfway point in the first half. Manchester United with 2 goals in 2 minutes. It's United 2, Forest 0. Forest managers having a word with the linesman. It's a great slide challenge to win the ball back. It looked like Awoniyi was in there. What a chip down the line that is for Rashford. Takes the touch, runs forwards, goes behind Aurier, plays it across, and just on the edge of the box, Martial hits it first touch, hits it low to the left of goal. It goes through the legs of Bowley, and Hennessy drops down to try and stop it. He can only push it into the corner. It's not the best effort, in truth, from Martial. He's quite close to the goalkeeper, and Hennessy really should have stretched further than that, I think, although he does see it late with it going through the legs of Bowley. And it is wet at Old Trafford tonight. The rain is hammering down, and with him seeing it late and the wet ball, he can't quite get the contact on it, the goalkeeper, and it rolls into the back of the net. And back underway we are again. That goal in the 23rd minute. Some nice one-touch pass in there from Forest. There's Lingard on the edge of the box, looks to try and get around his man. United win it back, and there's nothing in that at all from Casemiro, but the referee's given a free kick to Forest, which is a bit baffling. Nonetheless, Forest do have a set piece here, a chance in the 25th minute to try and half the deficit. 2 players over the ball just to put the defenders off. Is this going to swing in or out from goal? Probably in. It is in fact out, and it's headed away by the first man. Forest do win the ball back though. It's Freuler who's at full stretch to get it out to the wing. It's a 1-2 back to him. Chips it over looking for Lingard to try and get into the box, but it bounces away from him and out for a goal kick. Here's Christian Eriksen. Rolls it out to the left-hand side for Rashford. 1-2 with Martial. Some clever footwork and then drop to the left-hand side. So lovely 1-2 back to Rashford. Takes a touch round Yates. In the box he goes. He's tripped. Nothing given. United pick up the clearance. And then eventually the ball goes out for a throw-in from Anthony. Can't quite keep that one in play. No major appeals from anybody for the penalty. So it looks as though it must have been a pretty clean challenge. Forest now with a throw-in. Aurier throws it down the line. It's headed on by Yates, but it goes higher than it goes far. Drops back down. Possession given away, but not for long. It's now back with Forest. There's a nasty challenge here and a free kick given. And it's Aurier, the man down for Forest. Immediately both teams circle the referee. Aurier in some discomfort. Malaysia is also down for Manchester United. Now he's jumped off the ground here, Malaysia. Both feet are completely off the ground as he slides in. But he does get to the ball first and then catches the shin of Aurier. That jump might get him in some trouble though. And the referee is writing on the back of his yellow card. And unless he's not happy with a certain player's demonstrations after, I assume this will be for the foul from Malaysia. And it is indeed Tyrrell Malaysia who receives the yellow card. The first booking of the game. He's got to be careful now, the fullback. Free kick taken long, headed away by Bruno Fernandes just outside the United box. It's headed back into the box and then headed away by Varane. Now Yates gets up and wins the header. And after a bit of head tennis, it's Lingard in the box. He plays it to Aurier on the right-hand side. Back to Lingard, back to Aurier again. Someone needs to cross this in. It's dropped to Yates on the edge of the box. Yates takes a man, drops it to the right. First touch ball in, headed behind for a corner. Casemiro, the man, stopping the cross. So 28 minutes gone. United 2, Forest 0. Corner comes in, goes to the far side, and it's over everybody. And, well, I assume somebody must have got a touch for United, because Wan-Bissaka goes to extreme lengths to keep that in play. Feeds it to Rashford down the line, who's pulled as he tries to break away, and there's a free kick to Manchester United. Free kick taken. It's played short to Luke Shaw. So 1-2 with Rashford. Now across to Rafael Varane. They place it to the right-hand side for Wan-Bissaka. So 1-2 back to Varane. Now Luke Shaw just drops it to his left. It's Eriksen who's come back to help. 1-2 back to Shaw. Eriksen again. Now Shaw again. Martial's come back, probably just getting bored of watching the two players pass between each other. It's now Casemiro out to the left-hand side. Here's Malaysia. Back to Casemiro, who hits a long ball up to the edge of the box. Eriksen takes it down. It's quite powerful, but he manages to control the ball. Drops it to Martial to the left-hand side. Martial's been held off here by the Forest defence. Malaysia to the edge of the box to Rashford. Back heel, doesn't work. Comes back to Rashford. Plays it short to Eriksson. Eriksson to Shaw. Shaw sweeps it back to the centre circle with some pressure being sustained here by Forest. It's now played all the way back to David De Gea. Just outside his D. Goes left to Shaw, who goes right to Varane. It's now with Wan-Bissaka on the right hand side in the United half. He's being held off and harried by Awoniyi. Varane, one edge of the centre circle to the other. Long ball forward, looking for Bruno Fernandes. It's hit away by Bowley. Forest try and play it out from the back with Aurier. He's given the ball away. Now United on the edge of the box have possession back. Here's Casemiro to the left hand side. Rashford debates putting the ball into the box. Plays it short to Martial. Martial one touch ball to Casemiro. Now Eriksson hits it right footed to the far side. He slips as he hits it. Doesn't quite get the purchase on it. But that's headed away comfortably by Lodi. Now Awoniyi's gone round his man. He's into the United half here. Awoniyi tries to take a touch infield and does. Can't quite get round his man, but Forest have won the ball back instantly. Here's Freuler to Yates. Yates queues up the shot, goes for goal, near post, pushed behind for a corner. Decent effort that by Yates. David De Gea was equal to it. Chested it, bizarrely. Decided to chest that one behind for a corner. So Forest with another corner. So 1-2 back to Shaw in the centre circle, across to Varane, back to Shaw. United passing towards their own goal at this point. Varane. That's a lovely first touch ball hit out by Casemiro to the right hand side for Fernandes. Takes it down and drops it to Varane. Varane threads it out to the right hand side for Bruno Fernandes, who made a good run. Fernandes plays it into Casemiro in the middle of the park. Back to Fernandes. Fernandes looks up. Hits the ball across the box. It curls all over the place. Ultimately goes behind for a goal kick, and I'm not surprised. It'd be very hard to read that one. It was going absolutely everywhere. United in possession again. Played to the right hand side. It's Eriksson. Tries to feed in Rashford first touch, but it's intercepted. And now Forest play it back to the goalkeeper. Hit long into the centre circle. Bounces up awkwardly, and Lingard is clattered down by Wan-Bissaka. And wins a free kick for Forest. 35 minutes gone, 10 minutes till we see what added time has in store in the first half. And it's Manchester United 2, Nottingham Forest 0. Marcus Rashford and Martial with the goals. A counter-attack and a clever corner routine, the difference so far. In the earlier kick-off, by the way, it finished Chelsea 2, Bournemouth 0. Reece James with another injury just 7 minutes into the second half. Free kick comes into the box, and it's hooked away with relevant ease by Manchester United. That'll be a throw into Nottingham Forest midway through the half on the far side. Incidentally, the goals in the Chelsea-Bournemouth game, Kai Havertz and Mason Mount in the first half. Throwing goes down the line. It's picked up comfortably by United, who head it back to David De Gea. Picks it up, rolls it out to Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka stops as he's met by the run of his Nottingham Forest counterpart in Mangala. Plays it infield, and now United just inside Forest's half, passing the ball between themselves. Again, just waiting for an opportunity to present itself. Here's Rafael Varane. Plays it short to Eriksen. Eriksen turns towards goal, drops it into Martial, and now Rashford on the left-hand side. Being held off by Aurier, waits for the run and sees it, plays it to Eriksen. Eriksen drops it back first touch to Casemiro, to the far side for Anthony, who goes for goal, and he hooks it wide of the far post. Little better options available there. He decided to go in it alone. Took the first touch to set the ball, the second to curl it towards the far top corner, but it was slightly high and slightly wide. Goal kick goes to the left hand side looking for Awoniyi. Loses the battle with Wan-Bissaka. It's now Rafael Varane, United back in possession. Forward to Rashford. Drop back to Varane. Rashford going through the middle here. He's got 3 yellow shirts surrounding him, and he loses out. It's a great slide challenge to start counter-attack here for United. The ball into the box, just away from Martial, and cleared away by Forest. Again, though, United relentlessly picking up every clearance here. Here's Eriksen on the left. Lovely sweeping ball to the right. Wan-Bissaka just to the right of the D. Plays it in to Bruno Fernandes, dummies it, then the slide challenge comes in, pushes it away, still got the ball though, plays it through to Wan-Bissaka, back heel out to Anthony on the right, chips it into the 6-yard box, headed away. Forest have now got possession of the ball, but they're being harried again. Anthony fouls this man just as Lodi was trying to clear the ball. That will be a free kick to Nottingham Forest. Free kick hit long, headed on by Awoniyi, but it's picked up by Varane. Down the line and back heeled, first touch by Christian Eriksen, given away to Mangala, tries to come forward and play the ball through the legs of Varane. It's a free kick being given there, I'm not entirely sure why. The ball was given away to Manchester United. Casemiro's pleading his innocence as well, and I can't say I blame him. That's 2 fouls given against him, and they're both, I see it back on the replay now what the referee's given it for, but I wouldn't have given this personally. Casemiro goes to ground to block the pass, and after the pass has evaded him, he tries to pull out of it. The Forest player in question jockeys the slide challenge. The ball's landed to a Forest player anyway. Just play on there, but he's given the free kick, and it's a good free kick into the box, and it's headed in the back of the net here, and it's Yates who's got them back in the game. And Manchester United have every right to be upset by that decision, because it was an innocuous decision to give, and it's led to a goal. United 2, Forest 1. It was an awkward free kick, and it just went to the far post. Nobody quite got anything on it. Yates was there, directed it goalwards. He's onside, looking at the replay. But why he was able to get there first, I'm not sure. There will be questions asked from the United defence point of view. But there will also, of course, be questions asked about the free kick in the first place. It just clips the post on its way in as well. VAR checking. There is an allegation that he might have touched Yates' hand after he's headed it. Because his arm is stretched in front of him. We're watching quite a few angles of this because it's very hard to see whether or not it touches the arm of Yates. It also takes a deflection. Just watching it back, it goes off the legs of one of his teammates. I think it's Mangala at the far post. It's Bowley, in fact, as he heads it down. And they're now going to check this, I think, possible offside. So they're not going to give handball. They're now checking a possible offside, and I think it's for that very reason, because it takes a slight touch off Bowley. Yates was the one celebrating, of course, but he heads the ball, and it takes a slight deflection off Bowley, which spins it towards goal. And the question here is the foot of Raphael Varane, and whether that's just playing Bowley onside. And of course, as is the faster VAR, the angle we see isn't directly level. It's a slight angle, so you can't just look and see which one's further forward. They've drawn the lines, and they're saying offside for Wilfred Bowley, because it just touches him, and he is just about half a foot offside from the foot of Varane. So the referee is now telling the players that it has not been given for offside. Manchester United's 2-goal lead is restored. And in a way, that's football injustice served, because it shouldn't have been a free kick in the first place, in truth. It was a soft one at best. But it is a shame for Forest, because it was a well-worked free kick and a good header from Yates. Manchester United clear the ball away from the free kick. They've given it away, though. Here's Lingard now down the right-hand side. It's a good ball for Johnson. Johnson goes backwards to play it out to the far side for Aurier. Good ball in from him, and it's a little bit over the head of Awoniyi and goes wide of the far post. Manchester United get us back underway from the goal kick. It's now Casemiro just to the left-hand side of the centre circle. Turns and plays it back to Fernandes, who's on the centre spot. That's a lovely ball out to the right-hand side for Wan-Bissaka. Plays it down the line, looking to feed in Anthony, who'd made the run, but it's a good block by Aurier, who's come across. And it's a Manchester United throw-in. Wan-Bissaka, 1-2 with Martial. Back to Martial again. Drops it to Varane on the edge of the attacking third. Now in the midway part of the half is Luke Shaw. Plays it to the left for Malaysia. Back to Shaw in the centre circle. Shaw threads it through for Martial. First touch ball from him to Casemiro. Out to the left hand side for Eriksson. Eriksson is stopped, and the free kick goes Forest's way. Eriksson's not happy about it. I think it's as the Forest man slid down. There's a little niggle in there. Free kick's taken quickly and poorly, and it goes down the right hand side straight through to David De Gea. 3 minutes have been allocated for added time. Here's Raphael Varane. Runs to the halfway line, stops dead on the line, drops it to Luke Shaw in the centre circle to his left. Long ball to the left, headed in by Rashford. 1-2 with Martial. Now down the line with Casemiro into the centre circle. It's Bruno Fernandes. Varane. 1-2. Back to Varane. Luke Shaw. Forward to Eriksson. First touch ball back to Casemiro. Varane in the centre circle again. Steps out of the centre circle in the Forest half. Plays it to the right hand side. Here's Anthony trying to get round his man. Good ball into the box, but there's absolutely nobody there to meet that one. And that is a goal kick for Forest. Free kick comes just past the halfway line. And the aerial battle leads to a free kick for Forest just inside the United half. The referee, though, is making him move it back closer and closer to the halfway line. And in the end, the referee gets bored of waiting and goes and moves the ball himself and puts it exactly on the halfway line. And Lodi sets the ball once again. Lodi puts the signal up. It's a long left-footed ball to the edge of the box in the D. They flick it on, it's headed away. Comes out, though, to Freuler, who looks to play it across the box. It's blocked by Bruno Fernandes on its way to Awoniyi. Comes back, though, to a Forest shirt. Ball's played out to Lodi on the left. Can't quite get there. It's a brilliant slide challenge from Bruno Fernandes. And he gets there first and puts this one out for a throw-in to Forest. 20 seconds of added time remain. Can Forest get one just before half-time? Lodi with the throw-in. Lingard helps it onto Awoniyi. He's just outside the box. Thinks about the shot. Plays it across instead on the edge of the attacking third. There's a couple of first touch passes there for Forest. It comes back to Worrell. Plays it out to the right-hand side. Chipped into the box, but the referee's blown his whistle just as that cross is being made. And that will be the final action of the first half. Marcus Rashford got things started with a well-worked corner routine being finished by him emphatically to give United the lead on 19 minutes. Just over 2 minutes later, Martial had doubled the lead. Rashford turning provider, and Martial through the legs of Bowley. Hennessy couldn't quite keep it out, and it went into the back of the net off the goalkeeper's glove. And at the break, it is Manchester United 2, Nottingham Forest. Johnson chips in. It's a nice ball into the middle. It's headed away inside the 6-yard box behind for a corner in the first action of the second half. Casemiro, the man getting highest there. Marcus Rashford and Martial with the goals in the first half to give United the 2-goal lead. Corner taken from the left side for Forest, comes into the near post, headed away comfortably by Bruno Fernandes. It's picked up outside the box by Anthony. He'll carry the ball forward towards the halfway line. He's got options to his left, plenty of them in fact. Eventually tries to play it over, doing the difficult option. It didn't work, but United picked the ball up. It's Casemiro, chips it out to the right hand side. Space here for the cross. It comes into the side netting. The goalkeeper watched that one out. Not a great ball in from Bruno Fernandes. Trying to whip it in across the face of goal. Straight to the side netting, but there was two options to Anthony's left. He went for the harder option of Rashford on the far side, but Martial was there to be slipped in, and ultimately a chance has gone. It could have been a very early third goal in the second half. Forest play it down the left hand side. There's a trip there from Anthony on Lodi. Advantage is played. He plays it back to Bowley into Lingard in the middle of the pitch. He goes across to Worrell. It's now with Aurier on the right hand side. Plays a short simple ball to Johnson. He then goes back to Worrell on the halfway line. Played across to Bowley, who was inside the centre circle. He's gone back towards goal somewhat. And that's a quaint little pass there from Mangala. They very nearly gave the ball away, but somehow Forest have escaped with possession. Long ball forward looking for Awumyi. He's done well there to trick Wan-Bissaka, but he does recover there. United fullback gets the ball down the line. Here's Bruno Fernandes, tried to cut past Bowley. Bowley gets a foot in there and the ball lands to Yates. Yates plays it forward to Mangala, dropped to the left hand side. It's Brennan Johnson. Played into Awumyi, tries to get the ball into the box, and it's a good slide block there from Casemiro, and it's out for a throw-in, level with the 18-yard line here for Nottingham Forest. 3 minutes gone in the second half, still 2-0, but a chance at either end already. Throw-in's taken short, swept into the middle of the park. There's Yates to play it back to Worrell. Worrell goes across to Aurier on the right-hand side. Tries to play it in, but he doesn't look, and there's nobody there, and it's given away to Malaysia. Plays it back into his own box, and United here are causing their own problems, trying to play out from the back, and there's too many yellow shirts, so they've given away a throw-in around level with the penalty spot here. Aurier instantly goes to pick it up. Throws it down for Worrell. It's helped out by Lingard. Back to Aurier, who looks to put the cross in. It takes a deflection on its way. Awumyi's there to put it towards goal into the side netting. It's a very tight angle. It's one of those, it either catches the keeper out or wins you a corner if you get it on target. But that one's straight into the side netting. The chance is gone. So United come forward with the ball. Just get towards the edge of the box on the right hand side. That's put out for a United throw, and it's taken quickly. Comes back to Varane now, plays it back to Shaw in the centre circle. Goes to his left with Malaysia. Five minutes gone already of the second period. United just strolling it around the back four. They do eventually try and play a long ball forward for Eriksen. Yates is there to snuff it out, plays it to Mangala, who goes left. Here's Jesse Lingard, bit of space, good ball into the box, just past its intended target. Johnson manages to keep it in play on the far side. He's done very well and wins a corner. The desire to get to that ball before Malaysia, given that he was a good 6-7 feet behind him at the time. He's done incredibly well. We'll hope that his efforts are rewarded from this corner. It's Forest's fifth corner of the match. Lodi takes the corner, comes into the near post, it's comfortably headed away by Marcus Rashford. Ericsson keeps it in play. Anthony now switches the play from left to right. It's chested down by Marcus Rashford. And still Rashford goes, he's hacked down late, but the referee happy that the ball had already gone and no foul given. United pick up the loose ball anyway. But Forest put the pressure on and they can only just stab it back into their own half and hope somebody's there to receive it, which they are. And now, I think it's Brennan Johnson who's gone down and off the ball. I was going to say incident, but it looks like it's actually Lingard who's down. But he's holding his right hamstring, which he's got bandaged up anyway. I think Forest are expecting this could happen. They've already got somebody stripped off and ready to enter play. He's such an important player to Forest. Clearly he wasn't 100% coming into this game, but he's had a positive impact. He'll have wanted to play, of course. Visited his old stomping ground of Old Trafford. He's been here since the age of 8, but he will be substituted just 7 minutes into this second half. His return to Old Trafford is cut short. O'Brien will replace him. He's getting a standing ovation from all 4 sides of Old Trafford, which is great to see, and he gives the applause back. He is walking off unaided, which will be good news for any Forest fans listening. Luke Shaw in the centre circle, plays it to the right hand side. It's Varane who steps past the halfway line, plays it back to Christian Eriksen. Now Luke Shaw, threaded forward for Casemiro, goes to the left hand side looking to release Malaysia, but it's given away, and now Aurier surges forward looking to try and start a counter attack here. Plays it infield. Here's Freuler forward to O'Brien, who's just come off the bench. Can't quite keep the ball. And it's now back with the Manchester United defence. There's Malaysia down the left hand side, plays it into Martial, but it's quite a heavy cross in. He can't quite control that. Good slide challenge by Ericsson to win it back though, and it comes to Malaysia on the left hand side. Plays it in looking for Bruno Fernandes. Heavy touch from him, picked up now by O'Brien. Looks to try and get the ball forward for Forest, but it's put out for a throw in. But it does go their way. O'Brien's holding his back now, the substitute. He might not have been fully warmed up. Feeling a little bit tender himself. So 10 minutes gone in the second half. Manchester United 2, Nottingham Forest 0 as we get back underway. United go down the left-hand side. It's a ball across to Anthony, who's picked it up just outside the D. Shot! Oh, it's a good save. He should have done better with this, though, Anthony. It's a tame effort in the end, and Hennessy pushes that one away. Forest in possession here inside their own box. Hennessy's got the ball at feet. Dinks it out to the left-hand side. O'Brien takes the touch down. Here's Johnson. Looks to try and slip it down the wing for a Wumye, but Wan-Bissaka is level to it and puts that out for a Forest throw-in. Aurier plays it to Freuler. Now back with Worrell, and now back to the goalkeeper here for Forest. It's out for a throw-in on the far side. Well, Manchester United have looked solid at the back despite Martinez, who's still celebrating Argentina's World Cup win and is therefore not playing tonight. Varane, of course, made the final as well, but he is in contention tonight. Maguire failed a late fitness test, missed out with an illness in midweek in the League Cup. Diego Dalot was out with a hamstring injury as well, which is why Luke Shaw's filling in at centre half tonight with all those unavailable defenders. Manchester United in possession on the halfway line. Christian Eriksen turns it back to Rashford. Rashford plays it infield to Christian Eriksen again, and now out to Malaysia on the left hand side. United in their own half here, being penned back by Forest. Ball now finds its way back to David De Gea. To the 60th minute at Old Trafford, it's Casemiro to the right hand side. Here's Anthony for Manchester United. Cuts in field, so 1-2 with Martial. Casemiro into the centre circle with Shaw. It's a nice threaded ball to the left for Fernandes. Fernandes with a lovely dink ball into the box. It's a shot saved by the legs of Hennessy. Martial was the man on the end of it. He's hit it straight at the goalkeeper. That was a beautiful ball through from Fernandes. And Martial really should have buried that chance. Here's Rashford, great run down the left, but Aurier has shrugged him off and watches that one out for a goal kick rather to Forest. Brennan Johnson's just limping around here for Forest. He's not looking great. He's just gone down in front of the Forest dugout. We might be seeing it looks like we are going to have a change here for Forest. Toffolo is going to come on. Might even be a double change this. Yes, Lodi's going to come off as well. So Toffolo is on. Mangala has come off as well to be replaced by Dennis. So Dennis and Toffolo on. Lodi and Mangala are off for Forest. Play will resume here with a free kick to Forest. Worrell's going to take it. Manchester United look like they're going to ready some changes themselves here. Free kick is taken, it's hit long, and United instantly take back possession. It's played back to David De Gea. Plays it out to the edge of his own box, and there's a lot of yellow shirts swarming. They've had to be quick here with their passing, United, to get this away, but they have done just. Here's Wan-Bissaka, gets to the halfway line. Drops it to the right-hand side for Anthony. Anthony drops it back to Casemiro. Chips it over to Malaysia on the left-hand side. Played out now to the wing with Rashford. United now all the way back with Luke Shaw. Here's Malaysia in the middle of the United half. Out of play for a throw-in. That will prompt a double change here for Manchester United. Martial is going to make way. Van der Beek is coming on. He got a goal, but he could have had more today, it's fair to say, Martial. Anthony is going to be replaced by Garnacho in the second change. So we're back underway there. Manchester United in possession. 25 minutes left of the 90. There's Malaysia down the left-hand side. It's a long ball to the right. A brilliant ball across to the far side. It's touchdown and drop for Casemiro. Fernandez in a 1-2 back to Casemiro. Now Varane to Luke Shaw in the centre circle. 1-2 with Ericsson. Another 1-2 with Ericsson. Forward to Malaysia, plays it out to Garnacho. So 1-2 and now back with Shaw again. Shaw turns it into the centre circle with Varane. Casemiro helps it down the line to Fernandez. It's a 1-2 back to him. He looks to try and launch into the box for Rashford, but it's snuffed out by Bowley and out for Forest. It's played back to Worrell, he turns it back to Hennessy. And Hennessy hits it long and in the centre circle. It's headed back by Varane. Now Forest are back in possession. It's Aurier down the line for Johnson. Johnson can't get it past Shaw. He turns it to Christian Eriksen. Eriksen with a clever ball through for Varane. Played out to the left hand side for Malaysia, being held off though by Yates. Back with Shaw. Malaysia down the left once more. Garnacho turns with the ball. He's got to try and get around Worrell here. He's played it in for Van der Beek, who slides down, gets into the middle. It's a good save by the legs of Hennessy again. Rashford thought he got his second and United's third. It's a really clever no-look pass for Van der Beek. And then he just turns it. He has to slide down to turn it to Rashford on the edge of the 6-yard box. Hits it first touch, and Hennessy with a big boot to put that behind for a corner. We're into the 68th minute now at Old Trafford. As Christian Eriksen stands over the ball at the corner, waiting to hit this one into the box. But they can take their time over these set pieces, United. They're 2 goals to the good. Varane whips it into the near post, looking for Casemiro. Sorry, Eriksen, I should say. Not Varane, took the corner. And it's turned behind for a second United corner in succession. Eriksen again puts the signal up. Goes a bit further into the box this time, but it's still headed away at the near post. Garnacho will pick up the clearance, turns it to Van der Beek. This ball across looking for Rashford doesn't work, and it's turned back by the Forest defence to Hennessy. Launched long but headed away by United. Eriksen might have just taken a boot to the head there, and the referee has blatantly given that. United take it quickly though. Here's Van der Beek trying to get down the left hand side, snuffed out. Aurier stops it from going out for a corner. And ultimately can only give away, I think he's actually given the corner, the referee, because it was right on the line, then he put it out for a throw in. I'm just watching the replay back here. Ooh, is that the whole of the ball? It's certainly the vast majority. But the linesman gave it. And this time Bruno Fernandes comes over to take the corner. It's fair to say Eriksen's corners haven't been great today, bar of course the goal itself, which was a masterpiece. The rest have been pretty poor. This one comes to the edge of the 6-yard box, central in front of the goal, headed away. Rashford picks it up on the edge, appealed, massive appeals for handball, but Forest have broken away. VAR will come back and check it if necessary. Ball played into the middle for Brennan Johnson. It's just him and Shaw in the middle. Shaw gets a boot to block it away, and Wan-Bissaka clears it down his line. It's picked up though by Forest once again, midway through the United half on the left hand side. That's a really nice run into the middle, gets to the edge of the box, plays it through. The chance here to play it into the 6-yard box, back heel, saved. Oh, and it's another shot saved. 2 shots there, Johnson with the second. First one was a really cute little back heel, but De Gea was level to it and hit it away. The referee is gesticulating to show that the arm is by the side of Freuler. I think the referee's been slightly generous because it wasn't directly by his side. It's a natural position though. And he just trapped the ball between his elbow and his waist. But we're back underway. 70 minutes gone at Old Trafford. No penalty given. As it stands, Manchester United don't need that lifeline. It's Wan-Bissaka. Goes down the right hand side. Goes past 1, past 2. Drops it into Bruno Fernandes. His ball blocked. Forest clear once again. It's Varane now. Manchester United go down the right hand side. It's Eriksen. It's out to Bruno Fernandes, plays it back into the centre circle. Luke Shaw now takes a touch past his man. Now a long ball down the left-hand side. Garnacho's got there in the box and won a corner for United. Aurier had to be on his toes to get to the youngster. It looks like Harry Maguire might be coming on for the last 20 minutes, which he's been out with an illness, would make sense given the 2-0 up. Get some minutes back into him and help his recovery from illness and his fitness levels. Eriksson back on corner duty, goes to the far post this time. Oh, Hennessy's made a howler of that, but he's not going to be kept in by Van der Beek on the far side. He has got there, but the attack is not still on, it's fair to say. Casemiro's lobbed the goalkeeper. I think the flag's going to go up anyway. He's pushed it behind for a corner though. In fact, the flag stayed down. Interesting. Looked like Wan-Bissaka had deliberately left it thinking he was offside. The ball comes over, the goalkeeper misses the punch completely. Van der Beek can't get there, but then does chase it down and keep it in play. Watching the replay back, oh, he's just onside, I think, Wan-Bissaka. Corner comes in again, defensive calamity. Van der Beek on the far side has a volley blocked and goes behind for a corner. Well, that's two balls now where everybody's just watching it. It looks like everybody thinks someone else is going to get there for Forest. Got to get those away. Corner comes in, swept away on the edge of the 6-yard box. And that's some good tussling there by Forest to win the ball. There's a chance here to break away. He's had to go backwards though. It's been chased down well by United. Speculative effort as they win the ball back from Bruno Fernandes. They saw the goalkeeper off the line, and that is over the bar. Surridge did well here with the turn. But then when they lost the ball, they just gave it away. The ball in field, they won it back and tried to play it quickly without looking. And gave Bruno Fernandes a chance, and he just hit it first touch, seeing Hennessy off his line. It's just over the bar. Would have been lovely. Not for Forest, of course. Aurier has been replaced by Williams after that break in play. Forest trying to clear the lines again. It's a big slide challenge there from Van der Beek. And it goes a good 30 yards towards goal. Hennessy picks it up, rolls it out quickly for Yates. Still Yates, he's been held by Van der Beek. That's going to be a booking for Van der Beek. He's not been very good since he came off the bench. Oh, it's Eriksson, I beg your pardon. Van der Beek gave the ball away. Eriksson's pulled his man and got a booking. Free kick goes to the left-hand side of the box. It's headed away, picked up by Worrell, who's trying to keep this in play but can't. And now Wan-Bissaka goes round Worrell, plays it into the middle. Bruno Fernandes picks it up in the centre circle. Still United look to counter-attack here. Play to the left-hand side for Garnacho. Goes round his man. Garnacho's into the box. Crossing position. Plays it across the 6-yard box. Oh, it's behind for a corner. That was a dangerous ball in. And it's O'Brien who just storms back and boots it behind for a minute. I thought that might nestle in the back of his own net. What another lovely run from Garnacho that is. It's actually gone out for a throw-in. He's done well there. Malaysia with the 1-2. Garnacho tries to spin but puts it out for a throw-in. Eriksson chips it forward, trying to spring the ball over the defence. It's headed away, picked up on the halfway line by Casemiro, across to Wan-Bissaka into the final 15 minutes of the game. Played to Van der Beek on the left. Now Garnacho on the wing, plays it through to Van der Beek. Back to Garnacho in a crossing position. He's got some space, he's stopped the ball, and then he sees the flag's gone up and leaves it for Forest to take the free kick. And Manchester United will now, with this break in play, make a double substitution. Harry Maguire and Fred will come on. Christian Eriksen, the first player to make way. And Varane will be the second player to come off. Harry Maguire playing in his first Manchester United game since the World Cup after missing out with illness in midweek. Just given the captain's armband. That is 4 changes for the Red Devils. Whilst Forest have made all 5 of theirs. And here are Forest now on the right hand side. They've got into a decent position here. The ball into the box is deflected out for a corner. There are plenty of corners in this game, Forest. They'd like to score for at least one of them, like United did. Corner comes into the 6-yard box, it's headed away. This will be picked up on the outskirts by O'Brien. Tries to get the ball back in, it's blocked and it's stayed in play. And now Manchester United can counter-attack themselves. Here's Fred in the middle. Poor pass from him, given away. Now it's Forest's turn to try and counter-attack. Here's Surridge, he can't get round his man. And now as United try and go down the right-hand side, there's no options available there for Wan-Bissaka. And ultimately the ball is taken off him. He's dispossessed by his counterpart for Forest. Now Forest with some safe possession defensively. It's played to the left hand side, drop back to O'Brien. Goes round Van der Beek. Plays it to Yates. Now Brennan Johnson on the right hand side. Foul here, free kick to Forest. It was Yates who had his back to goal. It was pushed down by Shaw. It's a lovely little ball from Johnson to Yates, and Yates, just as he's turning, he's just knocked down completely by Luke Shaw. Free kick taken, it goes to the left hand side of the box. There's an awful lot of pulling. The header comes in across the 6-yard box, headed away and cleared out of the box. O'Brien gets it back forward, but it's rolled out for a goal kick. Well, Forest have had a pretty poor record at Old Trafford, it's fair to say. United have won the past 6 meetings in all competitions. Forest have lost 4 of their last 5. Their total 5 rather. Premier League away games against Manchester United. The only game that they haven't lost was in 1994. They won 2-1 after being newly promoted. And it looks like this is going to be 5 defeats out of 6 away against Manchester United. The last time the two sides met was an 8-1 victory for Man United at the City Ground. That was in 1999. It's a ball over looking for Casemiro. He's pulled down by Johnson as he goes for the header. The referee gives the free kick to Manchester United. Shaw will take it quickly. Casemiro threads it through for Eriksen. 1-2 back to him. Now goes left with Malaysia. Plenty of space here for the fullback. Drops it back to Garnacho. 1-2 with Fred. Cuts between two defenders just outside the D. Back to goal, plays it to Fred. Lovely back heel, first touch from Fred. Malaysia puts it into the edge of the 6-yard box. It's hoofed away by Bowley. And this will be kept in play by Williams. Twists and turns, trying to get around Van der Beek. Wins himself a throw-in. 81 minutes played. United 2, Forest 0. There's Fred in the middle of the park. Bruno Fernandes. Garnacho on the edge of the box. Goes to ground. Forest come away with the ball. Then there's a foul there on Forest. Referee does give the free kick. As Yates tries to take it quickly, he's got two red shirts blocking him, which is supposed to be a bookable offence and isn't. Free kick's taken and it's blocked. The referee looked like he's about to give a free kick, but he's given advantage because Johnson's away here on the right. Wins a corner for United. Sorry, for Forest. Casemiro put it behind for United. The referee was going to give that. I wonder whether he'll give a booking for that. I mentioned just before he blocked it that you're not supposed to do that. The fact it hit the United man is all the more reason for him to do something about that. I've not seen a card given. Toffolo will take the corner. To be a left-footed in-swinger. Puts the signal up. Hits it in, goes to the far post. Nodded back across goal into the 6-yard box. Oh, it caused problems. It's cleared away though. Luke Shaw was the man to get it away. Garnacho can't trap the ball though. And Forest have got possession back. It's played to the right hand side. Here's Toffolo. Looks to curl one in. It's blocked at source. He'll pick this back up though. Bounces awkwardly. And he's got two red shirts to beat. And he can only put it out for a throw in. Casemiro did well there to shield him away from the ball. Garnacho did get booked after blocking the free kick being taken. That's a silly booking to pick up. Malaysia takes the throw in. So 1-2 back to him, and under pressure he tries to hook it away and gives it away. Nico Williams tries to go into the box, it's blocked. It comes to Brennan Johnson. Johnson plays it to the edge of the box. It's a poor touch there from Yates, and the ball is cleared away. And now there might be a chance here for United to break if Rashford can get there. He can't. It's out for a throw in. Malaysia is down and has been for the last minute. Johnson's just gone over to help him up. 84 minutes gone. It was as he cleared that ball, which I mentioned he gave away a moment ago. As he fell to ground, he's hurt himself there. He runs off with a bit of a limp. Forest goes back underway with a throw back to the goalkeeper. 84 minutes played. We edge ever closer to what looks like a United victory. Ball played back to De Gea. It's bouncing towards him. He plays it out to Luke Shaw to his left, first touch. Back to De Gea, who hits it away again. First touch, it's deep towards his goal. Nico Williams heads the clearance away. Comes back to him, he heads it again. He's picked up the loose ball after the header. Goes down the right-hand side, stops his run to try and cut behind Fred. Looks like he's won himself a corner here. In fact, it's spun out for a throw-in just before the corner flag. But nonetheless, a decent position this for Forest. Nico Williams throws it short. It's a 1-2 with Johnson. They're going to try and win a throw in here. Oh, that's offside there, which is a really poor thing to do. And Ilanga is stripped off and ready to come on. He will be the final change of the game, the 10th substitution this evening. The 5th, of course, for Manchester United. And he's going to replace Marcus Rashford, who's had another good performance for Manchester United this evening. Back underway, ball goes down the left hand side. Ilanga immediately involved in proceedings. It's cleared away only as far as Fred, who crosses the ball into the box. It goes all the way across the 6-yard box, and Bolly heads it away. Something picked up now by Surridge, who's twisting and turning to try and get around Wan-Bissaka, and he's done so, and then gives it away. Here's Casemiro, plays it across to Ilanga on the far side, back of the net, and it's Fred with the finish, and it's 3-0 to Manchester United. And that is poor from Forest, in truth, because they've done a couple of silly defensive errors there, which for a minute I thought they got away with, but ultimately it left those players in those attacking positions for United when really they didn't need to be there. And Fred, whilst trekking back, was in a great position to round off that move, and off the bench he scored United's third of the game. Manchester United 3, Nottingham Forest 0. Well, Bolly, for me, doesn't need to head that out the way he does, and it puts pressure on Surridge there. He's trying to get around Wan-Bissaka. He then gives it away to Casemiro. Fred is still in advanced position after crossing the ball. Onside, it's played across to him, and it's a lovely finish across the goalkeeper. There's a couple of errors of judgment there from Forest. It's the 87th minute that went in, and Forest get us back underway now in the 89th minute. O'Brien down the left hand side, Surridge into the box he goes. Oh, it's a lovely move to get round his man, tries to chip it in, it's turned behind for a corner. He's adamant it's a handball, but it looked like a natural position to me if it did strike his arm. Watching the replay back, no, it's hit him on the left thigh. Corner comes in, it's headed away on the edge of the 6-yard box. It comes out to the edge and O'Brien hoofs it, and it's gone into row Z. That was closer to Oldham than the top corner. Manchester United get us back underway once again. It's played across the 18-yard backs between the two centre-halves. Chipped out to the right-hand side now. Here's Van der Beek. That's lovely. He's just got in between two defenders who both try to stick a foot in. Plays it across to the left-hand side. Here's Fred. Drops it to Garnacho on the wing. Garnacho comes towards the edge of the box. Cuts behind his man. Plays it across to Fred just outside the D. Fred with it. Oh, what a beautiful ball from Fred. It slid across the face of goal badly, though, by Bruno Fernandes. That was sensational. He just lofted the ball and curled it in the air. 5 minutes added on at the end of the game. There's Garnacho on the left hand side, chips it into the box. It's blocked, cleared away by Nico Williams. Nice balance to do that. Oh, it's flicked on. Oh, it's such a close ball there. Very, very nearly. O'Brien with that little flick. Looked like he'd set Brennan Johnson one-on-one, but he just couldn't quite get there. It's a throw-in nonetheless. It's played out to Johnson on the right. Again, another inch and he's away, but it's a good slide by Malaysia. The first of the added 5 minutes has ended. Williams takes the throw in. Comes to the edge of the box. Dennis. It's now out on the left and the ball in is blocked behind for a Forest corner. 3-0 down with 3.5 minutes to go. Even the most optimistic Forest fan will admit it's game over at this point, but can they salvage something late on? Comes into the edge of the box and it's headed goalwards and blocked and then headed goalwards again. Neither of them looked particularly testing for De Gea, but nonetheless the ball bounced about a little bit in there. And it is now safely in the goalkeeper's gloves. 2 of the 5 out of minutes gone. Long throw out from De Gea, just shy of the halfway line. Eriksson takes it down. Here's Van der Beek. Out to Bruno Fernandes. Given away, and now Dennis will try and come forward. Given away again. Fred plays it across to Malaysia. Comes towards the edge of the box, goes for the shot. It's blocked on the edge of the box. He wins it back though, chests it down. It's a back heel flick. Trying to get him again from Elanga, but it can't quite make its man. Here's Bruno Fernandes just outside the box. Wan-Bissaka dummies it to leave it for Fred. He slips and then manages to tow the ball towards a teammate. He slipped again now. And Forest throw away. Here's Brennan Johnson on this near side. Just past the halfway line. Trying to go around Casemiro. Can he do so? Yes, he can. Plays it in low. Gives it away straight to Bruno Fernandes in the middle. It's played out up to the halfway line. Here's Luke Shaw. 3 minutes gone. 2 minutes of added time remain. Referee stops play as Manchester United are on the halfway line because Brennan Johnson is down, stretching his right calf. Johnson is now getting back in possession, but still holding that right calf. Clearly in some discomfort, but with just over a minute left to play, he will resume. United goes back underway. Here's Casemiro in the centre circle. Dinked out to the right-hand side. Van der Beek takes it down. Under pressure here from O'Brien. He's managed to get round him. There's another Forest player waiting for him. He plays it out to Bruno Fernandes, who plays it infield. Now a lovely switch ball from Casemiro to the left-hand side. Here's Garnacho. And he'll run towards the box as he likes to do. Goes behind 1, behind 2. Under pressure. Leaves it for Bruno Fernandes, who chips it to the far side of the box. Fred takes the touchdown in the box. Dinks it forward for Fernandes. Wins the corner for United. 30 seconds of added time left. 3-0 to United. And they have a corner. Oh, Fernandes, that was cheeky. Just watched it back, and that chipped ball out to Fred on the left. He's clipped it with his right foot, spinning it round the back of the left foot. That is cheeky. Corner comes in, cleared away on the edge of the 6-yard box. Here's Dennis. Goes round his man, drops it for Johnson on the right, who can't quite get there. They've won a free kick though, because Dennis was taken out by Fred as he played the ball. Well, the referee then does blow the final whistle. There's not time for that to be taken, and it would have been academic at best anyway. Manchester United have run out 3-0 victors against Forest at Old Trafford. They were 2-0 up with goals from Rashford and Martial in the first half, and a late goal by super sub Fred on the 87th minute sealed all 3 points and all 3 goals for the Red Devils. And at the end of the game, it's finished Manchester United 3, Nottingham